So, here we are again. This is starting to become a yearly occurrence. YouTube has once again issued me a second strike. I apologize for this becoming a habitual problem as I continue to try and tweak what is and isn't allowed in the YouTube space. However, there will be no sulking or any sort of "why me" bull. This is only going to slow things down in the temporary. And while I was on the fence about something before, this latest suspension has only confirmed what I was thinking of doing in the first place. First and foremost, if you are viewing this on YouTube, then once again, this will be the last video uploaded until my strikes fall off. It is more important now than ever before that you check the links in the description for where else you can find all things BBW. For those viewing this elsewhere, Week 10 of Friday Fight Night will be delayed until next Friday while I try and figure out more details. But after that, we are back on track. Weeks 11, 12, 13 and so on will be located on Twitch until my strikes on YouTube fall off. Then, like before, I will release the missing episodes on YouTube every other week. So, if you can only watch on YouTube, we will miss you. But you won't miss any content. Well, of sorts. Because I will make sure that this BBW train gets whatever it needs to keep going, and to make sure it never stops unnecessarily again. So, I am here to make some pretty major announcements. To start things off, if you were unaware, BBW has a second show, sexier, bolder, and more unencumbered by rules. BBW Extra has been on hiatus for a while I attempted to play catch-up on other projects. However, it will be coming back full-time and be made 100% free to everyone. BBW Extra has found a new home on Xvideos. The adult-only website will now become the host of BBW Extra. Once again, follow the links in the description to find your way there. Now, you'll be able to see everything my wrestlers have to offer week to week, while enjoying some all-nude wrestling and stories. Now, BBW will be running with two mainline shows, BBW Friday Fight Night and BBW Extra. Now, some of you will like what is about to happen, and some of you won't. However, after watching some real-world essays on a particular event, and due to the recent YouTube strikes, I think it is the best option moving forward to split the roster in half. With 60 wrestlers, and more still coming, there is more than enough talent for each show to carry its own roster, with its own stories and its own divisions. Therefore, BBW will be holding its first annual draft. The wrestlers will be drafted to a show where they are to remain for one whole year. While I fully intend to comply with YouTube and tone down the sexuality of Friday Fight Night a bit more, I can get my full freedom on BBW Extra. For now, BBW Extra will be listed on Xvideos, but the roster will not be split just yet. Going forward, the January Battle of Champions will be going away, and in its place, I am happy to announce that BBW will be adding a fifth pay-per-view of the calendar year, as at the last Friday in January will now be host to Double D Day, the draft pay-per-view, where the first 10 picks will take place each year. From then on, the brands will be fully split and only meet on pay-per-views and Battle of Champions. However, each show will have its own wrestlers, its own stories, and yes, even its own championships. After the brand split, we will be elevating the BBW XXX champion to world status. We will then be crowning BBW XXX Tag Team Champions and the BBW Xvideos champion. When and how is still yet to be determined. However, in regards to immunity of the draft, the only wrestlers immune to the draft will be the champions. Tag teams must be taken in groups. Factions can also be taken in groups, but if a faction is taken, the other show will be given that many uninterrupted picks. I know, it's complicated, but I am nothing if not detailed. More information will be available in the coming weeks and months. But this is your time to brace. We will return to YouTube stronger and better than ever. Expect more twists and turns than ever before. And, as always, enjoy the ride.